If I don't see you networking, I'm gonna come and bring the mic to you. So please, make sure you are networking.
Counting the paper, $10. Who got plans? You know the chop baller. Oh, chop baller. Beg no friend from no inform. Them go show you $2. Them the zip about me, yeah. Them the zip about you too. Them the talk about me, yeah. If your body they want you, I gotta play me. I gotta go there to fire. I gotta play me. They gonna do it. Goodness and mercy shall follow me. So me no afraid of no enemy. On top of this, me belly can't hungry. I'm a bit of the and call me. My table full up, run over. My cup it up. I'm missing full up. Since 1947, the matter never settled.
You're not rocking with Culture FM.
Better record days, greatest of all days. No one that name them go call mine. I said they shan't it them not nice. Tuesday, Wednesday, Slumgus, Nigeria. And they call me the Godfather. Move like an Italian. Have you ever seen a nigga like mine? Each and every lady wanna give me mwah, 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 mwah,
Check it out. Now you make it so bright. Oh, kiss so bright. You make it so bright. Oh, kiss so bright. Now you make it so bright. Oh, kiss so bright. You make it so bright. Oh, kiss so bright. Kiss of right.
What's it? Haven't you done enough? The torment, the torture, the pain, the torment, the torture. Is it not enough? I said, what is it? Haven't you done enough? What's it? Haven't you done enough? Come on. DSL. Is it not enough? I said, what is it? Haven't you done enough? What is it? Haven't you done enough?
Worldwide Pluto many has done a normal thing. Presido with the big machine. Your girlfriend wanna suck my team, but not be that courtesy happy. If I pass smoke, give you one, you not pass. That means say you don't cast. No last chance. You don't cast you, you don't cast you, you don't cast. You don't cast. You don't cast, you don't cast. Say, you don't cast. You don't cast you, you don't cast. You don't cast, you don't cast. Say, you don't cast. We your girl on phone, 12 o'clock for net. 12:30, use both, no flat. She locate my location. So I be feeling the vibration.
Sensational, I body conditioner. Really practitioner. This one I seniorita. Me na mama sita. Big girl, I need your wood up, mama. You should know fuck, oh, you should know suck. Who go pay for we got number? No. When he wants pay for we got number. No. When he wants pay for we got number. No. When he wants pay for we got number. No. When he wants pay for we got number. No. When he wants pay for we got number. No. When he wants pay for we got number. No. When he wants pay for we got number. No. When he wants pay for we got number. No. When he wants pay for we got number. No. When he wants pay for we got number. No. When he wants pay for we got number. No. We got number.
It's Miss DSF, baby. You're now rocking with Culture FM.
Where them a do, where them a try, my road will fly into the sky. Got me no borrow, me money buy, I would die. Where them a do, where them a try,
Break it down.
my road will fly
Just low enough.
into the sky.
I don't want it to be like
Got me no borrow, me money buy, my road will fly.
Yeah, I'm killing them shot. Because I swear God, the fight, we're killing them back. Rah, we go to win them like that. Oh God, boy, I know, yeah, Billy Jack.
That's if y'all don't class, the only way men fit in loose guard. Head block don't go and the phone no last. Everybody must chop breakfast, collect money, must chop paper, kadago money. Also many red I can't pay them back. Come on, body for Charlie Poppy.
Good evening, Wolf One. Are we in the building this evening? Absolutely amazing. We are Wolf One, and we would like to welcome you to Secure the Bag. Now, my name is Glody,
My name is Nano.
and we are going to be your hosts for tonight. Of course, we're just going to be giving you a brief rundown of what tonight will look like.
So, of course, if you're here today, you probably want to make money online. So we're going to give you a bit of an intro of what you should expect. So we're going to hear from the House of Publishers.
I think that deserves a round of applause, definitely. Thank you.
So they'll be giving us a presentation of how you can partner up with TikTok Live. Then we will also be hearing from the beautiful Grace at Law House.
Another round of applause.
She'll be giving us a masterclass of how to go viral on social media. And last but not least, we'll be hearing from some of our social media influencers who will teach us how to make money online.
That sounds very jam-packed. I'm very excited. Now, of course, as you can see, we have a few stands around the room. Please make sure you are connecting, speaking with a lot of the business leaders that are obviously in the room this evening. But also, we want you to stay on journey, or no, not stay on journey. We want you to stay on track with the Wealth One family. Of course, this is not going to be the only event that we are doing. So the media team are going to help me out by actually putting a QR code behind me. And all you need to do is, of course, take your phones out, scan the QR code, and it will lead you to all of our social media handles, and it will just help you keep you in the loop with everything that we are doing as the Wealth One family. So I'll just give you guys some time to, of course, take out your phones and scan the QR code. Amazing.
Awesome. So as Glody has mentioned, this is a family. We are Wealth One. So aside from the Creative Society, we have loads of other different societies. So whatever your industry is, there's an event for you. So later on today, you will hear about the different events, the different societies that we have. So there is something for everyone.
Definitely. Now, of course, our first segment actually begins in 5 minutes. But until then, of course, like I said, the bar is open so you can help yourself to some drinks and just continue networking. We are your hosts. We'll be back soon. Thank you.
It's Miss DSF, baby.
Mistake this dollar. Position, money laws, forget all of us. Obi Kubana, Joey Zaza, I blew in Abuja. Forget agenda. Money flow. Odu you dey flex, I know choppy low. Mama sent the photo. Mama sent the photo. Oh yeah, back up your celeb. Oh yeah, back up your elo. Onto USA, onto UK, onto Switzerland, onto Canada, onto Australia.
Zeri, only one, Zeri, dear. Zeri, only one, Zeri, dear. The legendary. Dinaka, Otega, Venita, Tripion, Dinaka, Otega, Venita, Tripion, Dinaka, oh, yeah, bend your back to back. As the Buddha they clap, back to back. Oh, yeah, bend your back to back. As the Buddha they clap, back to back. Body sexy, body wetty, body where they make me honey. When I sense it, this your body, they say me cannot be renty. Take off your shirty, but be open, me plenty. Give me steady, Kalakota don't distress you. Slim waist, big city, me not about that body. What's that experience? I say sex, now your profession. Bring that waist come. Dinaka, Otega, Venita, Tripio, Dinaka.
Okay, guys, up next, in fact, we have right now our How to Make Money online panel hosted by Zita. So I'll allow Zita to take it away. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. My name's Zita. I'm your host for today, and today's segment is literally about making money online. Let's get a round of applause. Okay, cool. Right, I'm loving the energy. So let me just introduce my panelists. So,
Hi, I'm Winnie Ohama, and I'm the owner of the Raw Hair Company.
My name is Josh Billions, and I am a serial entrepreneur.
Hi guys, my name is Aya Macaulay and I'm the founder of The Closet Creators, a luxury personal shopping, styling and closet company.
okay, as you can see, my panelists are very well experienced in making money online. So, how the segment's gonna go is I'm gonna ask some questions, and you guys are gonna put your hand up if you agree, and you're gonna keep your hand down if you disagree, and then we're gonna take it over to the panelists and get their opinion on the questions that have been set out. So, you guys ready? Yeah. Cool. All right, cool. In order to make money online, you have to learn to be consistent in one venture. Agree or disagree? So hand up if you agree. Okay, hands down if you disagree. Okay, cool. Shall I repeat the question again? Okay. In order to make money online, you have to learn to be consistent in one venture. In at least one. Okay, what do my panelists think?
I think I would say I agree because of the element of consistency. I think you can be consistent in many different things, but I think if you can't get that like pinpoint of being consistent right, then you probably will fail in other things you do. So I think I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally agree with Ayo as well. I think in terms of having a business especially, you can have an idea, but if you're not consistent on social media, it can be very hard for you to actually make anything out of it. So yeah, consistency is very important.
Okay. What about you, Josh?
I want to play devil's advocate, but I
Okay.
can't with this one. I definitely agree. I think when you're building an audience, being consistent is one of the most important things. If you're not consistent, your audience will disengage with you, and eventually you don't have people to sell to. So the most important thing I believe is to be consistent with your social media venture and make some money, hopefully.
Okay. My next question is, your business is dead without traffic. Agree or disagree? Okay, so there's a lot of hands up. What do you guys think?
I kind of disagree.
I disagree as well. What?
I disagree, but I think it's dependent on the type of business you have. So we see businesses like Trapstar, Cortez, which are very popular urban brands, but they're marketing to the masses. So for them, if they don't have traffic, their brand dies. But then you have really boutique luxury style businesses, for example, Closet Creators, which is a very high-end luxury business. Their business is not so based on traffic, but it's based off the quality of service that you provide.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're providing a high-end service to high-end quality customers, traffic may not be your most important metric at that period of time. That's just my initial.
Yeah, and I think I kind of agree. I feel like you have to define traffic a bit more. You can't just say it's more like high traffic or low traffic. So for example, some businesses, as I said, I do personal shopping, so that can be a low traffic, meaning that there may be 10 clients in a month. But if you have 10 clients spending 5K, 10K, 50K with you, then that's still, it's not dead. You're still making good money. So I think it just depends on the type of business and the amount of traffic. I think you do need at least some traffic, as in one client, because you can't have ghost clients. But yeah, I think that's what I'll say.
Okay.
I also agree, only because I actually sell on Shopify. So I can actually see when people are coming on my website, seeing, adding stuff to the basket. And just because there's traffic doesn't mean it results in sales. So, yeah.
100%. So my next question is, to enjoy multiple streams of income, you have to build one at a time. So hands up if you agree, and hands down if you disagree. Okay, there's not a lot of hands up on this one. Okay. What do my panelists think? Shall I repeat the question again? Okay. To enjoy multiple streams of income, you have to build one at a time.
I'm going to go with disagree. Yeah, I feel like, since we're talking about being online, I think a lot of people have this misconception that you have to build like your business just by itself. But I think what I've seen work really well for a couple of founders is that they build their business, but they also build their personal brand alongside that. So that kind of, people like, they like you, so they'll go to your business. People like your business, they'll go to you. So I can talk about like Refine Beauty, for example. They're a makeup brand, and the girl, I forgot her name, but she's a influencer. So she kind of brought her following into that brand, into that business. So I don't think it's necessarily singular. I think you can actually just do it at one time.
I definitely agree with Ayo over here, especially with the personal branding side of things. I don't think many people consider personal branding as a business in itself. But if you're building the Raw Hair Company, for example, which is Winnie's business, or one of her businesses, she's also simultaneously building her personal brand, and she's been building that for years. I think nowadays, especially with social media, it's a lot easier to build multiple businesses. But the one thing I will say is that if you can get the first one right, then it's almost like a copy and paste method for your other businesses. So personally, I would invest time getting a strong structure or strong system, then I would copy and paste that many times if possible. But that's my answer.
Okay, so my next question is, there are no risks involved in making money online. So hands up if you agree and hands down if you disagree. There are no risks in making money online. So hands up if you agree or hands down if you disagree. Okay, everybody's hands down. Okay, what do you guys think?
Okay, so I sell hair, so it does mean that there are things called chargeback. So, so yeah, there is always that risk, especially when you're selling expensive hair. It does mean that unfortunately sometimes it does lead to chargeback, not because of the quality of the hair, but people will essentially.
Yeah, I agree with you, Winnie. I'm gonna tell you guys it's funny now, but it wasn't funny then. A story of how I got scammed. Guys, I got scammed.
Yeah,
I was so sad, yeah. This is someone I had been buying bags from for a couple of months, like a couple bags here and there, Bottega, so it's like 3K upwards, right? So then now I'm like, cool, he's got this Bottega bag that client wanted and it came in stock. I said, perfect, I'll take it. I sent this guy 5K, guys. He disappeared on me. I had bought from you before. How did you betray me? So I was just so surprised, and then so that's why I can say there's risk. So you think that you know the person, but you don't. So it's funny now we can laugh, but it was not funny at the time. I was very stressed.
I haven't lost 5K selling stuff to a random person. However, I do think with any business, any job, any aspect of life comes with its risk.
100%.
With making money online, however, I think you can mitigate those risks by understanding your business model. Even, for example, the example you gave of chargebacks, that's why we use payment systems such as Square or Stripe. These platforms help you mitigate those type of risks. As for you, you should do a know your customer. You should build better relationships so you don't get scammed.
Thank you for your amazing tip.
You're welcome. But in general, I do think everything in life comes with risk, but I think that's the whole point of being an entrepreneur. That's the whole point of being someone who wants to be making money online. You're willing to take those risks, so, yeah.
Okay, I like the answers from our panelists, especially the story. That was actually quite crazy. So my next question is, making money online is not for beginners. So hands up if you agree and hands down if you disagree. So everyone.
We have to disagree because we're all beginners. Like no one came into the world as some serial entrepreneur or like social media socialite.
From me.
Mm-hmm. No, including you, especially you. So I think like for me, when I started my business, one of the reasons I started it was because I was like, this is a business I can start with no money. Like I was like, cool, I have no money. Let me just start this because it's free. So you can actually start as a beginner. I need to see the question again, but you can basically start without any experience. That's what I would say because I have no prior experience. I just kind of went with it and kept trying.
Yeah, I agree also because, for example, in the job market, sometimes you need experience or you need to have this amount of education, whereas with making money online, YouTube is free, Google's free. So even if you don't know something, you're a complete beginner. If you have good discipline, you can actually teach yourself a lot of skills, and then it's a case of trial and error, trial and error. My first business was a trial. My second one was a trial. The third one is still a trial.
So wait, the first and second one, were there errors or what happened?
Were there errors?
Just a trial, just in trial.
No, if I'm honest with you, it's like progressively getting better. So my first business, which I won't talk about here, because it's from my old life.
Yes, he had a modeling agency with...
I wasn't a model. Well, I could have been, but I wasn't a model.
Right.
But my first business, which was a modeling agency, I learned a lot from it. But what I learned from that business, I took into my next business. And what I've learned from my last business, I'm taking into my next one and so forth. So 100%. I do think it's a case of trial and error, but also making sure you're equipping yourself with the necessary skills. I don't think being a beginner or being inexperienced is an excuse or deterrent to start making money online. I think you just got to try if you're bold enough. And if you're not, peak.
Okay. Winnie, do you have anything you want to
No,
say?
I totally agree with him.
Okay, cool. So here's an opportunity for anyone in the crowd to ask any one of the panelists any questions that they want to ask. So feel free to put your hand up and we'll get a mic over to you. Okay, the lady over there needs a mic.
Hi everyone. My first question is to Ayo. How has being a part of a community like Wealth One aided in your success?
So it's actually been really, really good. As I said, my business is still pretty young. It's under 2 years old. And it's been great. Like, for example, the person that helped me make money a lot is actually Alakon. He's helped me make money. But he also, he introduced me to the guy that made me lose money still. But
They were friends.
But no, in general, it's been really, really good. Like, a lot of my clients come through referrals and recommendations. So it means a lot when people just send me on Snap, oh yeah, this person's looking for this item, or you can find it, or someone's like, oh, I have a friend that does this. So I think being in the community really, really does help because it really is like a family feel. People really do just want to see you improve, and it's not even like a quid pro quo. Like, they don't do it because they want something. They just do it because they want to help you. So I think it's been great.
Thank you.
Okay, does anyone else have a question that they would like to ask any one of our panelists? Okay, the young lady over there.
Hi, my name is Essie.
Hi, Essie.
I wanted to ask you a question. How did you become more consistent when you were posting online?
I'll answer because I was someone who wasn't very consistent. But I think with social media, if I'm totally honest, you just have to do it. It can't be a thing that you think about it. You just have to do it because social media will show you that the more you post, the more sales you get. So if you want to make money, there is a difference between having a good product and no one seeing it. So if no one sees your product, then there's nothing you can do about it. So you just have to post. There's no complicated answer, sorry. You just have to do it. That's about it.
Some wise words from Winnie.
Just to add to that, actually, because I think I've faced that issue also myself. Being consistent is such a daunting task. And in today's day and age, you look at people with 10,000 followers, businesses with hundreds of thousands of followers. But like when you said, the best thing to do is start. Now, the best thing to do, in my opinion, is to break down those targets into much smaller targets. So maybe you're saying, okay, instead of trying to post 5 times a day, can you build up being consistent with posting once a week? Then once you've done that consistently, can you get to posting 3 times a week and so forth? So it's a daunting task itself, but the sooner you start, the quicker you're going to get to your end goal. So just breaking it down into more manageable targets is
And I'm just going to add quickly that the bills will chase you guys. So if nothing will make you be consistent, it's the bills. So don't worry about that.
Okay, well, that's been our panelists. Please let us know, please let the people know where they can find you guys.
So starting from myself, so on social media, I am known as Winnie Ohama, and my business is called the Raw Hair Company Ltd. on social media as well.
Oh, they're clapping for you. My name is Josh Billions. You can find me in this room. I'll be at the back. So if you want to connect to me, you can, and I'll share with you some of my details.
And my name is Ayo, and you can find me or my business at theclosetcurators_. Thank you.
Okay, well, that's it for our segment. Let's just get one more round of applause for our panelists. All right, so guys, make sure that you're networking. We're going to have a 5-minute break. A 5-minute break just for the next segment to come on. So just make sure you're networking. And if you haven't found people with the same cards as you, please find those people. Please network. Make use of the time. And there's drinks at the bar. Thank you.
As my dreadlocks are longer, I know say right now, now my time, I know go waste them rather. I go use them dada. I go use them dada. You know say nasty na bastard. I just keep on judging. So if I do you wrong, I apologize. But the people who they sympathize, I gotta go make them larger.
They talk about me, yeah. If your body they want you, I gotta pray, make I go higher, higher, higher. I gotta know that it's so fire, I gotta pray, make I go higher, higher, higher. They gotta do it higher. I gotta move with him, they go take higher. Counting the paper, take dollar. God bless, you know the chop baller, oh, chop baller. Beg no friend from no inform. Them go show you to color. Them the is about me, yeah. Them the is about you too. Them the talk about me, yeah. If your body they want you, I gotta pray, make I go higher, higher, higher. I gotta know that it's so fire, I gotta pray, make I go higher. They gonna do it higher. Goodness and mercy shall follow me. So me no further no enemy. One cup of basis, me belly can't hungry. I'm a bit of the and follow me. My table full up, run over. My cup it up, I'm missing full up.
Since 1947, the matter never settled.
You're now rocking with the Culture FM.
Better recognize. Better stop all time. No other name then go call mine. I said they shut it, I'm not nice. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, as long as Nigeria, and they call me the Godfather. Move like an Italian. Have you ever seen a nigga like mine? Each and every lady wanna give me mwah, mwah.
Check it out. Now you make it so bright. Oh, kiss so bright. You make it so bright. Oh, kiss so bright. Now you make it so bright. Oh, kiss so bright. You make it so bright. Oh, kiss so bright. Check it out. Now you make it so bright.
What haven't you done enough? The torment, the torture, the pain, the torment, the torture. Is it not enough? I said, what is it? Haven't you done enough? What is it? Haven't you done enough? Come on.
DSF.
Is it not enough? I said, what is it? Haven't you done enough? What is it? Haven't you done enough?
Worldwide Pluto mania has done a normal thing. Presido with the big machine. Your girlfriend.
Hello? Hi, everyone. Hi. Huh? Hi, everyone. Hi. People on to. Oh. Okay, hi, everyone. Hi. 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 Great. So we now have How to Go Viral Masterclass, hosted by Grace from the Allure House.
Next time, you don't even have to go up. Like, you can just announce it.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Okay, you can start the presentation. Love you too. Okay, cool. Okay, hi everyone. So before we get started, thank you to everyone for coming out today. So this is just going to be a presentation on the power of social media and how to go viral. So if you just go to the next slide for me. Guys, you're so encouraging, thank you. Okay, so just to quickly introduce myself, my name's Grace, I'm 27. I'm actually a law undergraduate, a law graduate, sorry about that. So I actually have a law background. Thanks, guys. But I'm actually also one of the co-founders of Allure House. Myself and my beautiful sisters started the best one-stop salon within the UK, period. Okay, so this is just a couple stats for you guys. So far we've been able to gain over 40,000 followers on social media, over 8 million views. We've been able to build a community of 300 beauticians, and we've had... You guys are the best. And we've basically been able to collaborate with the biggest brands, influencers, celebrities, and more. So if you just go to the next slide for me. So these are just a couple of the collaborations that we've been able to get so far. Artists such as Friday, influencers such as Kenza, a variety of Love Island stars such as Samira, Salma, and so much more. And just a good amount of brand deals, I think also with BBC, TikTok, Public Desire, and that's just so you guys can see what we've been able to do so far. So yeah, let's get into the meat of the presentation. If you go to the next slide for me. Okay, so I just want to ask you guys a quick question. Who here has ever wanted to go viral, become a content creator, get a lot of followers, grow your brand? If you just pop your hands up for me. Perfect. Now, there's some people in the room that have already been able to do that. We do have an influencer in the room. His name's Aaron. Clap for him. A good 1 million followers on social media. So yeah. So I just wanted to also ask, why do you think you haven't been able to go viral, to grow your followers? So some of you guys, if you want to shout out some answers to me. That's a big one. Consistency. Fit. Okay, yeah. What did you say? Okay. Yeah, so I definitely... What did you say? Any other answers? Low views. Okay, cool. Okay. So, you guys are funny. Okay. So I definitely think everything that you guys have said so far is definitely valid. There's a whole bunch of reasons why people haven't been able to do this. So what we're going to get into is some of the factors and some of the tips that you can do to pretty much transform your online presence. So if you go to the next slide for me. Whenever you're ready. Perfect. So how many of you know who this lady is? Show of hands. Auntie Bemi. Perfect. So if you just quickly play the video for me. We do love Auntie Bemi. Okay, so just for the people in the room that don't know who Auntie Bemi is, she's literally a lady that posts herself standing in front of buses, and you guys can see her stats. So far, she has done pretty well. She's been able to gain over 200,000 followers within the space of 6 months, which is insane when you think about it. She's also been able to, her total viewership is, I think, about over 100 million. And something that I found very interesting about her is that artists have begun to pay her to promote their music. One of the artists is actually Thames, which I thought was very interesting because that kind of shows you the importance of doing something that's very creative. I think when someone stands in front of a bus, you're not gonna think that you can create a brand around that, but she's been able to show that it's actually very possible. If you actually look here at the bottom, she's been able to secure 5 brand deals, Jaffa Cakes, Uni Days, Alton Towers, and so much more. So my first point would definitely be creative. Do something that has never been done before. To be honest, it could go good, it could go bad, but at the end of the day, you've tried something new, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you want to go to the second slide for me. Okay, so I wouldn't necessarily say I have a point that is the most important, but if I had to pick one, it would definitely be tell a story on social media. People do not buy products, they buy stories. So I'm gonna give you a quick example of this. Say if you, let's say Apple, for example, you're trying to sell an Apple Watch. If you say the watch is £200, it has a lifespan of, let's say, 24 hours, buy it, it's really good. You can say that, or you can say, my name is Mary, I'm a mother of 2, I don't have time for myself, I tend to lose track of time, but when I have an Apple Watch, I'm able to A, B, C, D. You can see that you've been able to carry your audience along a journey. Do you guys get where I'm coming from? Oh, thank you. Okay, perfect. So another reason, I listed a couple reasons why telling a story is very important. The first is your voice builds trust. So you guys will see this, let's say when you're on TikTok especially, most people love voiceovers. The reason why is because once you hear someone's voice, you feel like you're able to connect to the person, you trust them a lot more. It's a lot more believable, if that makes sense. The second point, you can create a variety of emotions when you can put your voice behind something. So for example, say you watch a video of a baby on TikTok, 9 times out of 10, by the time you're done, you feel like happier. Say, for example, if you watch a video of someone that has like a condition or something and they're going through something that's quite like detrimental, you could watch the video and feel a bit sad after. So that shows you how marketing is able to control your mood. And I kind of have a saying, if you control the emotion, you can control the pocket. So if I'm able to convince you that... Okay. If I'm able to convince you basically to believe what I'm saying, then 9 times out of 10, I can make money from you, if that makes sense. Yeah? Okay, perfect. Are you guys following me so far? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Cool. Okay. So my last point under telling a story is people are nosy. How many of you have been scrolling on social media and you say, story time about how this UK hairstylist ruined my birthday? How many of you guys have seen that before? And how many of you watch those videos? You do. Why? Because you want to be entertained. You're nosy. You want to be in someone's business. So that's why I think telling a story is so important, because by the time you finish that story time, 9 times out of 10, you tend to believe what that person has said, whether it's good or bad. So that's a key reason why I think telling stories is important. So we're just going to go to the next slide, and it's still going to touch on stories, but I'm just going to show you one of our most recent videos. We currently have a video that's going viral. So far it's on 400,000 views, but I'm just gonna break something down to you guys. Most people believe to go viral, your video needs to be 3 to 5 seconds. I'm sure most of you have heard that our attention span over the years is getting worse and worse and worse, right? However, this video is actually 51 seconds long. And just based on the analytics, you can also see that the average watch time, you can see just there, is 36 seconds. Meaning I was able to captivate the audience. Even though 36 seconds sounds quite short, if you think about it, for you to watch a video for that long, you must have been captivated, if that makes sense. So that's just something I wanted to point out, that because I was able to tell a story, and the story was about my pregnant client, that I basically did her wax from the beginning of her pregnancy to the end. And because I was able to tell a story about our personal relationship, how long she's been coming to me for, just like intimate moments, I think that was a key factor and a key reason why it did as good as it did, yeah? Okay, so we can go to the next slide. Okay, trends. Now, the reason why I definitely felt like this was important to address is there are a lot of people that aren't actually a fan of trends. So I'm just going to gauge in the room if you feel like trends are very important when it comes to going viral, so meaning like jumping on trends, put your hands up. Or if you feel like you don't really need a trend to go viral, you can keep your hand down. Okay, there's a good, 50-50. Okay, so that's the reason why I felt like it was important, because there's a creator called Julie Annie. Many of you may not know her by name, but you know that she's actually the creator of the very demure, very mindful trend. Now, the reason why I thought this was very important is she's actually been creating content for 10 years. But none of you in the room, I think, knew her until you heard the very demure, very mindful. And that trend was actually able to get her over 2 million followers. And so far, I believe she says she has, I think, about 5 brand deals, and she was able to raise enough money because she's transgender, so she's transitioning from being a man to now being a woman. She said she was struggling to pay off her transitional surgery. But the fact that that video went viral, if you think about it, just 4 words, very demure, very mindful, she was able to raise the money, and on average, it cost between $10,000 to $140,000. So that shows you how one trend can completely change your life. So that's something that I kind of want to emphasize today is if you guys jump on trends at the right time, then you'll definitely be able to see that it can impact your brand. It can completely transform the amount of followers you have. That video that I just... the analytics that I showed you before, so far, I think it's been trending about a week. It's gotten us hundreds of followers. So I think if you're able to jump on something whilst it's trending, then you'll be able to see how well it does for your business. So if you just go to the next slide for me. Okay, we're getting close to the end, so stick with me, guys. My next point is collaborations. Collaborations is so important because I feel like it can completely change your brand. It can completely change whether it's your followers, your engagement. The key point that I put here is it makes you tap into a new audience. And the reason why I feel like this is so important is because say if Allure House, for example, has almost 40,000 followers on Instagram and TikTok, and then we meet a podcast such as the Uncut podcast that we worked with. They have 570,000 on Instagram and 520,000 on TikTok. We make a post together. What do you think is going to happen? We're going to be able to have access, exactly. We're going to be able to have access to that amount of followers. And that's pretty much what happens every single time you're able to collaborate with someone. So we can just scoot on. I think we just have 1 or 2 more. Okay, consistency. I did see someone speak about this in the audience. I think she asked a question. And this is just a quote that I kind of live by. Your brand should not suffer because of your mood. So if you choose to wake up and think, I don't want to edit, get up and edit. If you feel like you don't want to post, get up and post. It shouldn't be that you feel like you don't want to do something so you don't do it. It's just a thing that you have to just keep pushing yourself. So I do the marketing at Allure, and there's not a day that goes by that we don't post. Do I wake up every day and I want to do it? Of course not, but I just keep doing it, if that makes sense. So that's definitely something that I want you guys to live by. Thank you. You can go to the next slide, please. Okay, so this is actually my last slide, and this is just an opportunity that Allure House have decided to offer. It's a digital marketing internship opportunity, and I've just listed some of the things that you'll be able to benefit if this is something that interests you. If you have no experience at all, that's completely fine, but if you do want to learn anything about marketing, from email marketing to text marketing and social media, then definitely come and see me after this segment. We'll be able to give you hands-on experience, develop content strategies, understand analytics, and so much more. So if you guys do want to connect, I think the next slide will just have how you can connect with me. And that's on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Grace Babs. So yeah, thanks guys. Thank you.
Okay, guys, we're going to take another break quickly. Just another opportunity for you guys to just network. And of course, there's still some drinks at the back. We'll have our next show live after. Bye.
Now you know. Now you know. If you know, you know. The big ballers in town. Now you know. Now you know. Never get boo. Forget what they're on them. Yes. Agba How much is money? It's nothing. Ballin'. Premium or nothing. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. Never get boo. Forget what they're on them. Undisputed, unopposed, luxury or nothing. Money is talking, money is talking. Blessings some blessings. Forget what they're on them, yes.
Yeah, bro. Auda. So. I don't know. Make them they turn up. They don't see me coming. Are you ready for me? Energy like cocaine. Cream de latte like cream. When I know I see me enter, then I go bring you to end my love. Show you want to see mental. I don't give them back to say no, I know. Policeman, many men in my convoy. The boy know they take his us. He knows they go give you a back up. And all the money don't they come like us. Nothing will be stop this us. When I know I see me enter, then I go bring you to enter my love. Say you want to see mental. I don't give them back to sender. Why not? Steadily I dey drop pedal. He dey do them like he deja vu. If you give me pass, I go look cool. I dey come through. Skele. I love my people like a faku. Sometimes them go fight for you. Sometimes them go they against you. Against you. Oh yeah, yobo. I dey fight for my people. I will. And I go back to me. I will. 1957. I will. How did I hurt you? You just take carry face for me. For the rubbish they tell you.
You're now rocking with Culture FM.
Okay, guys, we've got a video up next, so if we can all go back and start taking our seats to watch the next video. Thank you.
Evening, guys. Settle down. Settle down. Hi, guys. How you guys finding it tonight? Hi, guys. Cool. I'm E-Man, or otherwise known as the creator. I'm from House of Publishers.
Hi, guys. Hi guys, my name is Anna Bior and I'm also one of the co-founders of House of Publishers.
Okay, perfect. So what we actually are here to talk to you guys about today is actually our collaboration with TikTok. So we've been doing House of Publishers for about 2 years now, founded it really based on our actual struggles from being in the creative industry. Honestly, it's terrible, man. But for example, the struggles I had freelancing, struggles Anna had freelancing, and really just wanted to put a community together. Currently, we have a network of 6,000 people. We've been able, with a network of 6,000 people, we've been able to offer them opportunities, access to resources currently such as rentals, and then we host events here and there. We had an event last year, well, meant to have an event this year, but it's coming back. Next slide. Cool. So some of the brands we've worked with are brands such as McDonald's, Tide Bank, L'Oreal, obviously. And obviously, we're primarily focusing on TikTok today. But for example, where's Ivy? Okay, there she is. So our client Citygate, actually, they're a property investment company. And between my expertise and hers, we actually ended up raising the company 25 million. Thank you. And then, for example, with Natrum, we had an event on Times Square with Antigua and Barbuda. We actually worked with the country to help them increase their tourism. So we actually had... So we worked with a few other celebrities to do a pop-up restaurant in the country and whatnot.
Okay, so hearing everything that HOP is about, what we really want to focus on today is the partnership that we're offering. And why we want to focus on it is because with the rise of the streaming creator economy, what we're finding is that UGC creators are being more trusted than the traditional marketing thing. So for example, if you were to see someone promote makeup online, you're going to trust someone that looks like yourself over the typical billboard that we're so used to. So with that, as you can see, 90% of consumers trust UGC over the traditional marketing things. But what we want to do is, with UGC being more popular, so is streaming. And what we've been able to do is partner with TikTok, which is the 4th largest streaming platform over after Netflix, Disney, and YouTube. So you can imagine the companies that we're actually working against. But they're the 4th largest streaming platform, and we want to offer opportunities for content creators to actually learn and pick up the skills to then transition into streaming on TikTok. And just for the fact, like, to state figures, in 2022, the global live streaming market was only worth 38.87 billion, but it's predicted to be worth over 256.56 billion by 2032. So you can imagine how exponential the growth is and how much you can make if you tap into it now. So that's the opportunity we want to give you. But we want to play a quick game, a guessing game, so you guys really know how much money is in this market. So I'm sure you guys know who this is. Does anyone get Kai Cenat? So he's probably the most popular in terms of, if you're not into streaming, you've probably seen his face. He's an American online streamer, YouTuber specializing in comedic live streams and videos. And I just want you guys to guess, if A or B, what do you think his net worth is? B. A. It's kind of like a balance. Well, okay. Is it B or A? Let's try to find a B. Okay, you guys are right. He's worth 14 million pounds, well, dollars. Okay, the next one. This is Hassan Abi. Do any of you guys know him? Yeah, kind of. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so he is a Turkish-American political commentator, online and streamer and YouTuber. And for example, most of you say you don't know him, but what do you think he's worth? Do you think it's A, 250,000, or B, 8 million? No, okay, it's actually B. He's worth 8 million. Okay, next. Ninja. So this is Richard Tyler Blevins, known as Ninja, and he is the American online streamer, YouTuber, and professional gamer. He's actually one of the most popular, if not the most popular streamer out there. What do you think he is worth? A or B? Who said C? What is C? Okay, I'm hearing A. Yeah? Yes, he is worth 50 million. Okay, next one, last one. And I've made sure I included this one for the ladies, so you know that streaming is not just for men. Pokimane, she is a Canadian and Moroccan online streamer, YouTuber, and internet personality. What do you think she is worth? A or B? A? B? Okay, yes, so she is worth $25 million. So as you can see from these 4 different streamers, they all kind of typically do different things in terms of streaming. So they're not just gamers. Some of them speak about politics and stuff like that. But there is a lot of money in streaming, and this has just been going around for a few years now. So imagine when we're now hitting the 2032 mark, how much these people will be worth.
Cool. So how it works is essentially TikTok teach us, we manage you, the content creators, and then essentially all you have to do is go live. With us particularly, we do a minimum of 20 hours a month. So for example, that might be 1 hour a day for a 5-day period across the whole month. Or you can go live for 2 hours at a time, X, Y, and Z, depending on the type of content you create. The most popular areas in streaming currently are fashion, beauty, and gaming, actually. So particularly if you're in those industries, again, we're open to all industries, but if you're in those industries, there's big money to be made. In fact, can you go to the next slide? So the top creators actually earn about $50,000 per week using the Strictform TikTok platform. And that's through gifting alone. That's not to mention possible brand partnerships, possible brand sponsorships, which, as you can see from earlier slides, that's actually something that we specialize in within House of Publishers. But I would say if you're not necessarily a content creator or if you're a videographer, photographer in the room, we do still have other opportunities available to you. So currently, I'm actually hiring a full-time graphic designer for a tech company I'm working with. I'm looking for a freelance graphic designer for a fitness retreat campaign, an event photographer, a video editor for a fitness app, sound engineering intern, graphic design intern. And then again, if you are creative, we do have access to other resources such as rental equipment that we recently actually received an undisclosed amount for. But if you're not creative and you just really want to make money with House of Publishers, we do offer a 30% investment rate, which is insurance-backed into the audio-visual equipment rentals.
So that is it for us today, but I do want to mention in terms of House of Publishers and what we stand for in terms of the creative community, we're always engaging with people, young people like yourselves, who are creatives or not creatives, or even if you're looking into that and you're not sure what you want to do, we do have a creative community that you can join, and you will get support from the likes of myself and Iman and many other creatives. I know you heard from Ayo earlier, who's a closet curator and things like that. We have a lot of individuals who are strong and can give you the platform and can support you in that. So if you're interested in joining a creative community, not necessarily just House of Publishers, but just the creative community, then please find us at the end. But we are here to just help you guys help yourselves. So thank you so much for having us.
Up next, we're going to have some spoken word from Kelvin Osse.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, I have no social media advice for you guys. Just good luck with your posts. I'm joking. Is the instrumental going to be played, or do I have to do it a cappella? All right, cool. Just going to have to wait. How's everyone doing? Good? Wait, hold on. Lodi, take my phone, please. Thank you. You guys had fun today? Who was your favorite person that spoke? I'm hearing Grace, Ion. I heard someone say Alarcon, but I don't think he's spoken today. I like the way he's dressed anyway. And someone said Josh Billions. Josh, you're my favorite personally. Zita. I know Zita, you spoke well. You say no. Nah, she don't want. Don't do that, Gideon. Glody, yeah. Okay, cool. This is a piece called Limitless. I'm not going to go into it. I'm just going to perform. Then you guys clap, however. Doesn't matter if you like it or not. Just clap. We'll keep it stepping. Mask off, so you could see our features. Our parents couldn't afford much, so we had limits in our reaping. Lived in barbershops where uncles became politicians. But all our houses had in common was the poverty we were seeing, and it brought us closer. We went from knockdown ginger to selling rocks and revolvers. We were playing ball, we had shooters in cages. Couple years later, these shooters still became bars because they lost their ranges. Yeah. Thank you for that. Mask off, so you can see our features. Our parents couldn't afford much because we had limits in our reaping. Lived in barbershops where uncles became politicians. And all our houses had in common was the poverty we were seeing, and it brought us closer. We went from knockdown ginger to selling rocks and revolvers. We were playing ball because we had shooters in cages. Couple years later, these shooters were still behind bars. Guess they failed to test their ranges, and they labeled us a gang. But they put each other on. Have you ever had a limit to your lack? Half our fathers never showed up, so we were cancelled by our flats, and I can't be defined by my surroundings. L's up. First class is the degree of my accountant. And they're always trying to paint my path and paint my face. They couldn't paint my path, they rate my race. They try to put me in a box, but I'll swing the punch and make a way. And if your family feud, you always lose. Mine got a stiff arm, they got a strong chin. And I don't want to work for this private limited. In order to take the world, my mind's got to be limitless. The internet existed in one guy's mind and took more than a generation to redefine. In order to take the world, you got to have more than heart. Brothers that see eye to eye. We got meals on the table, pardon the pun. London's our child, and this only the start. Okay, cool. I think I want to give you maybe another one. I'm thinking, yeah. I'm just thinking of what one to do. You know, I haven't performed in a while. I'm just thinking. She say the one where I say Maz. There's no piece where I say Maz, by the way. No, I'm trying to think. No, I'm really thinking. Hold on. Give me a sec. Okay, no, I think I'll do this one. They couldn't cancel us if they tried. It's to their demise. Yeezy lost billions because he spoke his mind. And I ain't saying that it's right, it's just that the angle's fried. They smoke their coke to lose their lines and spread their lies. Who goes jail when the banks commit fraud? Johnny done the same to feed his family, but he lost it all. 433 to 424. Minor changes so he doesn't lose the ball. And that's all I have for you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Who am I giving the mic to? Oh, here you go. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for such a warm welcome. Good evening, everyone. Is everybody enjoying the event so far? I think we need a bit more noise than that for this amazing event. Fantastic. I just want to start by saying that every single person that has spoken so far has been absolutely amazing. From the entrepreneurs on the panel, let's give a round of applause. To, of course, I think this is my favorite part, no bias, but Grace's masterclass, that was absolutely amazing. And I think that definitely, Grace, I think 2025, you've definitely unlocked a new bag, because I think that if any business can pay Grace just to speak for 10 minutes, you're going to make money online. What do you guys think? So, of course, we also had our TikTok panel. Congratulations to House of Publishers for that partnership. Absolutely amazing. And I'm just here to literally quickly just close the event and just to speak to you about what we are about, what Wealth One is about, and what we do to actually impact our community. So, of course, if you wasn't here at the beginning, this is Wealth One. And it is literally a group of people that have literally dedicated their lives to build a community and dedicated their lives to see other people win as well. So very quickly, as I said, I don't have a lot of time. So I have a friend in the audience that's going to help me to read out some definitions. Everyone say hi, Esther. Hi, Esther. Okay, Esther, let's go. I have a couple of definitions, or not definitions, facts that I want to share with everybody today. And of course, we're all here because we want to grow a platform online. We want to be successful, whether you're a content creator, whether you're somebody that has a business. Everybody's here for one reason, and that reason is that you want to win in whatever you're doing. So let's go quickly to our facts.
Okay, so a few online business failure rates. 90% of online businesses fell within the first 120 days.
Okay, if we can read that one more time, it sounds like a very dramatic fact, but I think definitely as somebody that has been in business for the past 8 years, meeting so many people, one thing that I realized is that it's so easy to start something, but finishing it is something that most people actually don't see through to doing. So let's read that one more time.
90% of online businesses fell within the first 120 days.
Okay, so put 120 days into months. How many months is that, guys? 4 months. So, and this is literally proven. Most people that decide to start a business online, decide to start an influencing career, most people actually don't last 4 months. And I think that when everybody starts something, when you first have an idea, when you first have a vision, everybody is very passionate about it. But I think for me, one thing that I've learned, especially with a business like Allure House, is that success is not based on you just wanting to succeed. It has to be a lot more than that. So something that I'll steal from a Grace. Grace said, I wrote it down in my notes, your brand should not suffer because of your mood. And for me, that is literally, she said that is something that she reads to herself every single day. For me, that also keeps me going. Because when you have a vision, when you have something that you want to do, you have to be able to put your mood aside for the greater goal. A lot of the people that I've heard today or I've spoken to today have said that one thing that they struggle with greatly is consistency. One thing that they struggle with greatly is the fear around starting their business, starting their influencing career, and all of these different things. So let's go to our second fact.
Common reasons include poor marketing, unrealistic expectations, and the lack of commitment.
Okay, so one of the reasons that only 10% of people fail, let's read the second point that you just said.
Common reasons include poor marketing, unrealistic expectations, and the lack of commitment.
Okay, so unrealistic expectations is what I want to tackle tonight. A lot of people, when they set out to do something, you actually don't factor in what the process will look like. But the person that wins is a person that is able to daily factor in the process it's going to take for them to reach their goal. So one thing that I've seen in many successful people, or every single successful person I've met, is that they are people that are realistic with their journey. A lot of young people, we want things microwaved. We want the type of journeys that you start a business today, you go viral, and you start making 100 sales per day. That is not realistic. Having a successful venture, having a successful business is just like going to the gym. Meaning that when you first get into the gym and you first lift a weight, that weight may actually first seem almost impossible to lift. How many people have experienced that? I think the most humbling thing, guys, is when you watch a fitness video on TikTok and it looks so easy, and then you try to do it in a gym, and then you actually realize that this thing is not as easy as it looks. Has anybody experienced that before? Okay, pretty much everybody. So that's what building something successful is like. It's like the gym. Every single day you wake up and you build your business, you're literally just training to the point that you're actually going to be successful. Some days it may feel like you can barely carry on. Some days it may feel like you just want to give up. Some days it may feel like, what's the point? But the truth of the matter is that the people that actually win, the people that actually end up having the physique that they want to have, are the people that just refuse to give up, right? Lovely. Let's read our second fact.
60% of content creators give up within their first 3 months due to the lack of instant results.
Okay, a second fact. 60% of content creators, so there's some people in this building that you actually came to this event because you want to be an influencer. 60% of content creators give up because what?
Within their first 3 months due to the lack of instant results.
Due to the lack of instant results. So, to be fair, I'm going to speak to some of my influencer friends in the building. Hi, Aaron. Just a quick question. You currently have about 1 million plus on social media. Round of applause, definitely. How long did it take to build that platform?
So my initial video was posted, if I remember correctly, summer of 2021. So it's been about 3 years.
So it's been about 3 years. And I guess you didn't reach your first 1 million within 4 months, right?
With me, it was, if I'm being completely honest, it was slightly different.
Okay.
Because of how I was sort of introduced into social media.
Okay.
It was sort of like a big boom, because if people don't know, I found a little white rabbit in the middle of the road.
Okay.
And that was how my first video sort of went viral. So that did go off. But everything after that was very, very quiet for the last maybe 6 months. And then things started to pick up after that. But if I did stop posting after the first initial video, things would have stayed quiet.
Perfect. So he's just a testament. He said that he started social media in 2021. We're now about to enter 2025. That's almost, or that is 4 years of consistency. So I'm telling you guys today that if you're somebody that you want to win in whatever you're doing in life, it actually first starts with the mind. So a lot of people think that winning is attributed to what you just do physically. And yes, that is a big part of winning, because every single day you have to practically work towards whatever you want to achieve. But the truth of the matter is that one thing that I've realized is that a person is only as powerful as their mind is. A person is only as powerful as what they believe they are. If you see people that are very, very successful and you speak to them, you'll realize that they have a different train of thought that is not like the average person. If you see somebody that is thriving in their industry, you will realize that they believe that they could thrive before they actually saw success. So somebody like my mentor, a PT, he's somebody that he has built communities around the whole world. But his story didn't start with having thousands of people to talk to. His journey started by speaking to 1 or 2 people and consistently showing up every single day. So I want us to go to a very quick scripture that I also base my life upon. As a man thinks.
Proverbs 23, verse 7. For as he thinks in his heart, so he is.
Thank you for that. So in scriptures, it says, as a man thinks, so he is. So if you're somebody that your society has constantly told you that you can't reach a certain height, and you believe that, that's what you'll become. You won't be somebody that is able to break barriers. But if you're somebody that is constantly thinking that you can be successful, if you're somebody that is constantly thinking that you can thrive, that you can make money, that you can grow a platform, eventually what will happen is that that would be your reality. And that's why today I'm just inviting everybody here that has come out tonight to join a community like Wealth One. Because one thing I've realized about people's thinking, your thinking is actually shaped around the things that you surround yourself with. So if you're constantly surrounded in environments that speak to you lack, that speak to you limitation, that speak to you that you can't achieve certain things, you will not be able to achieve. But if you're in an environment of winners, like this room today, everybody here is a winner. If you constantly surround yourself in these environments, your outcome will be winning, whether you like it or not. So as the year wraps to an end, many people have ideas, many people have plans, many people have things that they want to achieve. But one thing that I would first say to anybody is that before you want to win on the outside, first try to win in your mind. First try to win those daily battles that tell you can't achieve something. And for me, what actually helped me to win, just to give a bit of background for those of you who don't know me, a lot of you know me, but there is a lot of people who also don't. Okay, I'll introduce myself a little bit. So, of course, I said before, my name is Sola, but I currently lead a business that makes 6 figures every single year. Thank you. But in saying that, I actually don't come from the type of family, I don't come from the type of environment that you should be doing that at the age of 25. So I grew up my whole life on a council estate. I grew up my whole life constantly seeing lack, constantly seeing poverty, constantly seeing things, people that haven't actually achieved anything. But the turning point for me is when I actually joined a community, when I joined a family. The turning point for me is when I found mentorship. And what mentorship, what leadership did for me is instill the thought pattern, instill the mindset that you can win. What leadership did for me is to instill the thought that whatever you do, you can actually be successful in it. And I think for anybody sitting in the audience, that's one thing that I just want you to take away, the can-do spirit. A lot of people don't achieve because they actually don't truly believe that they can. But if you can come to an environment like this, if you can connect with the right people, the right leaders, then you can actually achieve every single thing that you want to achieve. Let's go to our second scripture so I can wrap up very quickly tonight.
Luke 21, verse 19.
Okay.
Stand firm and you will win life.
Okay, so this scripture, very, very simple again. Thank you for the nod. Very simple again, but this scripture says very simply, stand firm and you will win life. Meaning that a person that stands firm is a person that has actually decided that winning is actually their fate. A person that stands firm is a person that, despite the obstacles, despite the bad things that may come your way, despite even your own mind trying to play you sometimes, you actually have decided that you're going to do all to get to your end goal. Most people, and the reason that I read the statistic at the beginning is to show you guys that most people, whether young, whether old, whether middle age, most people actually don't have the ability to stand firm. And what we're trying to do in groups like this is to change that narrative. One thing we're trying to do in groups like this is to actually tell young people that you can stand firm. Tell young people that it is actually possible. Because one thing that I need everybody to realize is that the world needs you to be successful. The world needs you to be great. Because many of us, the reason that we believe that we can achieve certain things is because we've seen other people do it before. So there's a whole generation of people that may be 5-year-old now, 6-year-old right now, that in time to come, they're going to need to see the success stories of a Sean, of a Zita, to know that they can make it as well. So what we're saying is that as all of us are here, and we're here because we want to win in whatever field we're here because we want to grow our pages, we want to grow our business. I have to tell you guys that the world actually needs you to be great. If I can say it this way, the reason that you were put on this earth is to be great. The reason that you were put on this earth is to be a leader. And in your greatness and in your success, many, many other leaders will be formed. So very, very simply, tonight we're going to give everybody an opportunity to sign up to societies, join the Wealth One family, and we're also going to give people an opportunity to gain internships. So we've already spoken about the Law House internship, the TikTok internship, and we're literally just saying to every single person that without a community, there's only so far you can go. That's one thing that I've realized, and I'm happy that I realized at a young age. Without the Nation family, without a family like Wealth One, there's only so far I can go. There's another scripture that I love, and it says that two are better than one, meaning that you trying to build your business is great. You trying to become an influencer is great. But wouldn't it be better if every single person in this room can be behind you to build what you want to build? And that's what I've learned. So building a company like a Law House is not because 4 girls were great at business. Our company has only come so far because we have a family behind us. So that's the family I'm inviting all of you to join today, a winning team. So Wealth One is actually also known as the Winners Assembly, meaning that, round of applause for that, guys. So the Winners Assembly is just basically the combination, the gathering of people that win. And if you're somebody that wants to win in life, definitely stay tuned to this community, stay locked in, connect with all the different amazing leaders that you've seen today. And it's been an amazing event. And I will hand over to Alarcon to close it for us.
All right, brilliant. Wow, there's a lot of people in the room. This is great. So as Basola did say, we do want people to sign up to the different communities, the different societies that we do have on show. Of course, I'm guessing a lot of people here are creatives, potential entrepreneurs. So there is an option at the back. I believe there will be some form of table. So if you look behind you guys at the back or to the side, you can see a Deborah, you can see a Charmaine, you can see a Winnie. That will give you the opportunity to go to those tables and sign up for these communities so that you can get to know more about a Wealth One, but get to know more about the different creative communities. I think the sports community we have, the entrepreneur community within what we call the Wealth One, and the bigger conglomerate, the Wealth Union as well. But my name's been Alarcon. It's been a great, great, great. I love speaking to everyone. I think my favorite person that spoke today, of course, was my brother, Josh Billions. So let's give him a round of applause just before we end. And thank you guys for coming. Do talk to people, of course. And we'll end it there. Thank you so much.